I want to find the sweet spot. The sweet spots are, how can I maximize market opportunity? How can I maximize capacity? How can I maximize my earning potential? All the while reducing my exposure to liability, rules and regulations, how to reduce my burden for staffing, employees, contractors, schedules, all of those things. Hello everyone, it's Joel Davis with the United Medical Transportation Providers Group, and you are the broker.com, helping you to build a highly effective and highly profitable broker business. Thank you all for your great emails. You guys sent some great questions and feedback. Always appreciate it. I chose the following email because it's rather redundant, because I've shared other videos that responded to this specific question. But if I'm still getting this question, and John mentions in here that he's been watching my information and consuming my content, if that's the case, John, you and your business partner need to go back even further and watch more videos. So because you are still asking a question like this, and I've been asked this question a few different times, like I said, I've made some videos, but if you're still asking these questions, that's why I'm motivated to shoot this video, because the last thing I want to do is see you waste a boatload of money making a mistake that we've already addressed before. So here goes, and hopefully this will be one final time. So for all of you who have similar thoughts, make sure you learn from this. If you haven't been watching enough of my videos, go back. I know some of them are long, but go back. Watch as much as you possibly can. At the end of the day, I want you saving and protecting your capital investment and your cash flow. You're not going to get rich wasting money, bottom line. So let me dive into this email. Dear Mr. Davis, thank you so much for all of your content and information. My business partner and I continue to watch all of your videos. We really appreciate it, and even appreciate your sense of humor. Thank you. We are anticipating a much more unorthodox, big word. We are anticipating a much more unorthodox approach to our NEMT business. Our vision is to invest in newer, high quality vehicles so we can cater to a much more high-end client. Ooh, I'm already getting scared. If you could provide more thought, insight into this strategy, we would greatly appreciate it. We look forward to launching our business on such and such a date. Any advice and feedback would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, John. John boy. John boy. John boy. This is exactly what I do not want you to do. Let me start, John boy, by telling you, so you crystal clear, and for all of you who are new to this YouTube channel, new to learning about me, let me give you the foundational premise of how I operate so you can understand. And if your vision, if your philosophy is contrary to mine, then you could just, unsubscribe, delete, don't watch my stuff, whatever. Because bottom line is, if there's not an alignment of vision and values, then you're wasting your time. My goal for you is to make as much money as possible. The quickest way to make money is to save money. That's why I am all about deploying a controlled growth strategy. Control the capital investment. Be very strategic in how you spend money. Don't spend money until it's time to cross that bridge, and you protect the cash flow. We want to systematically, incrementally build our business so that we can sell it for a future profit. That's it. Bottom line, or by all means, if you want to pass the business on to an heir, so be it, your son, daughter, whatever. But as long as they still have the continuity for building the business and selling it for a future profit. I believe this because if you don't build your business in such a manner, and when I say a business, I'm specifically talking about your NEMT business, your home care, your courier, your broker business. If you're not deploying these fundamental principles, I believe, based on my personal experience and personal experience in working with who knows how many untold number of client providers around the country, that if you violate and you go against these fundamental principles, you significantly jeopardize yourself financially, put yourself in a bad or precarious situation where you're either going to be out of business and you're not going to sell the business. You're either going to sell the business for scrap, you're going to close the doors, or you're ultimately just going to be put out of business one way or another. And the one reason I say this is because this is why I'm against building your business so that you are just so heavily invested into Medicaid brokers and associated brokers, or being dependent upon government for your money, because they make any changes in their policies, procedures. If one broker loses the contract, a new one comes in, you're instantly vulnerable. You're not guaranteed the same trips, the same rates of reimbursement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't want you to be vulnerable. Bottom line, I want you to make as much money as possible, increase the net worth of your business so you can sell it for a future profit, all the while working to always protect your business, insulating yourself to the best of your ability so you are not vulnerable to anybody or any parties or the government or broker, anything like that. I don't want vulnerability. So with that all being said, John Boy, let me ask you this. Who is knocking on your door? Who is crying out in the streets, demanding, saying, John Boy, please, we need a high-end NEMT service? Who's doing that? I suspect nobody is. But you want to know why? Because it's just not realistic. It's just not practical. And I completely appreciate and applaud your motivation. I am sure you are well-intentioned. You're trying to think outside the box. You're trying to think creatively. I like that. You mentioned unorthodox. This is why I tell people, and I jokingly say, oh, you're so much smarter than me. Don't overthink this business. This business, the NEMT industry, has undergone a great deal of change. And for a variety of reasons, I've covered those in many videos. Those are many, many stories for different days. Go back and watch all those videos. But nonetheless, demand is booming. Elderly population is going to double. By the year 2030, there's going to be more elderly people in the U.S. than there is younger people. So demand, we know, is booming. But the industry itself is dramatically changing. And as I always tell people, don't try to create a solution and then go find a problem. This is why I say don't overthink this business. Don't overthink this industry. Do you need to be weary of the changes? 100%. Absolutely. You can no longer build your business today as you did 2 years ago, 5 years ago, definitely not 10 years ago and beyond. It's completely different. NEMT business, completely different. Where we're headed now is whoever owns the technology owns the industry, bottom line. So whoever has the technology wins. Whoever has the technology wins. That's why there's continues to be such a revolution. And guess what? So for so many NEMT providers who are playing the role of the ostrich, just burying their head in the sand and everything else is happening around them, they're losing. They're no longer gaining. If you're not working to grow and progress and innovate your business, I've talked about innovating your business countless times in previous videos. Go back and watch them. If you're not working to innovate your business, you're going to lose. And when I say innovate your business, I'm not just talking technology. I'm talking about refining your business model, enhancing your profitability. If you're not doing those things, you're going to lose. Why? Because technology is changing everything. Automation, everything. AI, artificial intelligence, changing everything. Even beyond just the NEMT. Everything is changing. And so many people are scared of change. All I'm telling you is there's great opportunity, but you need to know how to go after it. And what you're thinking about doing is not the way to go after it. If there's a huge growing demand, why do you want to focus on such a small portion of it? It's just like everybody who wants to go out there and just build their business catering only to Medicaid because they think it's guaranteed money. Guaranteed money. All you're going to do is get lower rates of reimbursement, dramatically increase your vulnerability and risk within your business, and you're going after about 30 to 40% of the market. Well, what about the other 60 plus percent, 70 plus percent? People aren't going after it. And now you want to go after an even smaller market. That's a very important point. But let's talk about some more important points. You want to go off and start your business with new vehicles? That is insane. Do you have a contract in hand that is automatically going to give you business tomorrow? I suspect not. Based on your email, I'm only making assumptions of what you got here. I suspect not. So why would you go purchase new vehicles? Nothing is telling you to do that. This is why I always say you make your decisions on the margin. When to purchase a vehicle, when to hire a new employee, when to fire, when to contract, when to expand. All these things are based on numbers. That doesn't mean you lose the personal relationships with people. Absolutely not. But I'm talking about making certain tactical and certain strategic moves within your business. You make those decisions on the margin. Bottom line. And when you do that, man, you want to talk about liberation. Man, that makes your life so much easier. You're a busy business owner, especially if you're operating multiple businesses. So knowing that you're busy, knowing that life happens, knowing that things are complicated, when you can whittle it down to a simplistic strategy of I'm going to make my decision on the margin, man, you just made your life that much easier. So why would you, again, when you know that I'm about protecting your capital investment, why would you possibly go out and, I don't know if you're thinking or if you already did, if you're purchasing new vehicles, nothing's telling you to do that. Nothing is telling you to do that. Do you have a contract in hand? I don't know. It doesn't say anything here, but I suspect you don't. You're thinking about starting it, so I doubt you do. If you had a contract that's going to guarantee you need to be able to have increased capacity to provide X number of transports in exchange for XYZ rates of reimbursement, I get all that. But you don't have anything like that supporting your current strategy. You talk about being unorthodox, it's actually just through your own, and I'm not trying to crap on you at all. I mean, it's just your own, naivete with regards to this industry and lack of experience. You're putting yourself in a situation that you're going after a smaller portion of the market, and you're willing to shell out large volumes of money to get higher end vehicles to serve higher end clients. Not wise. It's definitely unorthodox. It's insane. Unorthodox. Unorthodox is if I work out in the morning, I know that when I'm done working out, I know that my post-workout meal, I know it's going to include at least 2 Boston cream donuts. I know this. That's guaranteed. Most people, after they work out, they need to get something healthy, this and that. That's because they eat healthy, support. No. I do just the opposite. I work out to support my eating habit, because if I didn't work out, I know I'd be 700 pounds. That's unorthodox, but that's what I choose to do. Works for me. That's what I'm going to do. So I know that Boston creams are in my future after I work out. That's unorthodox. Most people won't do that. But when it comes to business, I will not go unorthodox. My numbers will tell me what to do because I'm going to be pragmatic. I'm going to be very intentional. I know that the end game is to make money. I got to protect the capital investment. I got to protect the cash flow. I want to find the sweet spot in everything, whether it's non-emergency medical transportation, home care, courier, broker, whatever business. I want to find the sweet spot. The sweet spots are, how can I maximize market opportunity? How can I maximize capacity? How can I maximize my earning potential? All the while reducing my exposure to liability, rules and regulations, how to reduce my burden for staffing, employees, contractors, schedules, all of those things. So with what you're doing, your unorthodox strategy is going to take you off the cliff. In fact, I don't even think you're going to get to the cliff, because I don't even think you're going to get out of the gate to get to the cliff. So again, I'm not trying to break your spirit. I'm not trying to break your will. All I'm telling you is it's time to go back to the drawing board, completely re-strategize. Clearly, you have not studied any of my material. You've watched some free videos. That's all cool. At some point in time, I would encourage you, make sure that you study the heck out of all my material. If you're serious about doing one-on-one coaching, that's great. You should have reserved your seat. If you've been watching my stuff, you should have reserved your seat for either the March Motown Madness or the Orlando Roundtable Gathering, because those are going to be great events. And you need to learn more, especially, and I'm begging with you, before you spend any money. Do not spend money until it's time to cross that bridge. And you're thinking about going out here and getting newer or higher end vehicles so you can go after higher end clients. Nothing's telling you to do that. Nothing. Again, don't develop through your own creativity, imagination, or unorthodox motivation. Don't go out and create a solution and then try to apply that solution, try to find a demand and fit it. That's not how this business works. That is going to not help you achieve everything that I outlined. Again, I want controlled growth strategy. I want the sweet spot. I want to maximize earning potential, protect the capital investment, protect the cash flow, all the while building our business for a future profitable sale with increased multiples. Bottom line. And there is nothing, John Boy, nothing in your email, in your philosophy, in your vision, in your strategies that are in alignment with what I told you my personal expectations and parameters are in approaching this business. Now, I get it. You can go online, get all that free crap, and they're going to tell you, oh, just go get your card and pass out some business cards. Oh, just get some commercial insurance. You can't. That is not how this industry works. And again, let's go back to one of many critical important parameters. Build a business that is scalable, that you could sell for exponential multiples for profit. Bottom line, that's got to be one of your key goals. If that's not one of your key goals, then most certainly working with me or my information is definitely of no utility to you. That's for sure. If you are going to just follow all that free advice online, you are not going to put yourself in a position where you're growing, scaling, branding, integrating, and deeply penetrating your business within your local marketplace. So ultimately, you can sell your business for a future profit. So, John Boy, I apologize for being long-winded, but I really don't. I would encourage you, go back to the drawing board, make sure your business partner and you both watch this video. Definitely go back, consume my content. I don't know how much of that free crap you've been exposed to and you're digesting online, but you need to go take some X-Lax and have a complete data dump of all that free crap, because it's just stuff like this is what's killing people. Then they reach out to us. That's why I said in my last video yesterday, it's like when you're done with amateur hour, and I'm not just picking on you, John Boy, but people in general. It's like when you're done with amateur hour and you're ready to take your business serious and you want to scale it, grow it, brand it, sell it for future multiples, then let us know. Until then, keep doing amateur hour. Follow all that nonsense, because we always have to play cleanup duty. It gets frustrating for us. But anyways, that's why, like I say, I've made this video. I've answered this question in multiple videos so many times before. But anyways, John Boy, I hope this video resonates with you. Go back, young man. Go back, watch more videos, spend more time. When you're serious, when amateur hour is over, hit me up. We'll welcome the opportunity to work with you and totally redirect your ship. Otherwise, you and your business partner, you're not going to go off the cliff, because you're not going to get out of the gates to get to the cliff. So I hope you learned from it. I hope you enjoyed it. But if you follow what I say, if you share in my vision, if you share in the parameters and expectations I have for being successful in building $1 million medical transportation, well, there's pretty much only one thing I can do, and that's see you at the top.